I found an archive of old Weekly World News from back in the day, and I think it's going to be fun. If you're not familiar, National Enquirer and Weekly World News, they're basically like these weird fake story tabloids that would just put out this fucking nonsense about how, like, Tom Cruise has 3 months to live, the shocking inside photos. But Weekly World News was fun because it seemed to specialize more in just the most outlandish shit. And I feel like the magazine is a satire. It's impossible to not think, looking at a lot of it, that it is a satire. But I feel like a lot of people read it and didn't necessarily know that it was a satire. We're gonna take a look now. Weekly World News. And as you can see, we've got this archive dating back to 1980 all the way to the most recent issue when they ended in August 2007. Sadly, that was like the end of Weekly World News. But if you take a look here, you know, the best of Weekly World News. Duck hunters shoot angel. Elvis is alive. Space alien skull found at Roswell. Final proof. Osama captured by rednecks. Damn. Yeah, and there's just like, it's the full thing, and I love that. So I don't think we're gonna start at the first, or at the newest one. Because, you know, by the end of their run, you have to assume that they were the most in on the joke that they could possibly be. So they're just showing you the dumbest shit to sort of get your attention. But if you go back to 1980, you can see some shit that's like maybe a little more, I mean, not real, but like a little more legit in a sense, where they're trying to pass it off more as real and not as much as like a wink and a nod. Amazing man has lived 16 times. Archie Bunker marks 10 years on television. Oh, this is real old. So yeah, this is January 6th, 1981. This is, oh god, I'm bad at math. What is this, 40 years ago now? Policeman shot 8 times, miraculously survives. That would be a bad news article today. People would be upset about the cop surviving. 1,000 seek gold in remote jungle area. Man steals millions to buy his wife stardom. And so, like, this is the first entry of Weekly World News. This is when they were just starting out, and they weren't quite as funny haha as they probably get at some point. So you see stuff that's like a little more subdued. Amazing man lived 16 times. Zany man juggles people with his incredible feet. Something tells me that there's going to be things in these back issues from 40 years ago that might not have aged very well, by the way, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to somebody describing, like, I saw a Chinese the other day, or something like that. That'll be great. Cop miraculously survives after Mad Gunman pumps 8 bullets into his body. Oh, damn. Wedding bells will ring in Dallas. Gutsy hero saves... So this is, like, kind of a real newspaper back in the beginning, where they're talking about actual crimes and stuff, but they're also talking about, like just weird shit. Sailing around the world alone. She's the tallest girl in the world and still growing. Seems like at the beginning they were kind of just like a weird oddity newspaper, like success has become a nightmare for Joyce DeWitt of Three's Company. If we zoom in a bit, yes we can. Oh no, Evans. Rich Evans is here. Ironically, Rich Evans was a good friend of Fort Myers retirees Bill and Patty Kammerer, who were slaughtered aboard their sloop. Oh, man, this gets exciting. Nice. People in the news. A classy car for Cosby. Funny man, Bill Cosby stands on the running board of a priceless Bugatti Royale, which is driven by Richard J. Gogline, president of Haraz Hotels and Casinos. The esteemed funny man, Bill Cosby. Oh, boy. Jack's got a lot to laugh about. Oh, look, it's Jack Lemmon. Yeah, this is just, yeah, back in the day, I guess this is just sort of vaguely normal newspapers. I mean, they got wacky headlines, I guess. 3 survive UFO attack. Let's see this shit. This is my shit. Amazing Psychic predicts the big winners of this year's Academy Awards. If only Gabe was here, he could tell me who the actual big winners were. Bo Derek reveals her hubby's love secrets. Expert offers advice. Okay. Man's wacky backyard, I can speak, is dinosaur playground. Wow. So what page is page 19 is where we get the aliens. What page are we on? Okay. Well, I can't tell. Fuck. Ghostly happenings, Bo Derek. Icy jaws of death. America's sexiest man. You can be friends with a spider. You know, I should get some music playing in the background. Hang on. We gotta get some tunes. Let me go to my generic playlist on Spotify of just background music that is just background music. Unless I can play. Oh, what's this? Daily Mix 1. I've never heard of any of these songs, but apparently I've liked some of them, so I guess this is a good pick. All right. Music. Turn that up a tiny bit. That should be good. You can be friends with a spider. Dear Pet Talk, my uncle brought me a tarantula he caught in the New Mexico desert. It is very furry with pretty rusty colored legs or bands on its legs. So we just got like a pet guy here. A writer in a bind. Uh-huh. America's sexiest men. So where is the UFOs? I need the UFOs. Amazing relief for arthritis. Nightmares saved... Woman's nightmare saves nursing home patients from blazing death. Huh. Pay you. Family zoo founded on love. Here we go. Here's the good shit. 3 live in pain and terror after attack by blazing UFO by Dick Donovan. One of the most terrifying UFO encounters ever in America has left 2 women and a child trapped in a living nightmare of pain and fear. Despite exhaustive hospital tests and treatment, baffled medical experts still can't come up with a cure for their endless physical agony. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. The 3 helpless victims, Betty Cash, Vicky Landrum, and Vicky's 7-year-old son, Colby, encountered the thundering, flame-belching UFO as it hovered only a few hundred feet from their car on a remote road near Dayton, Texas. Within hours of the shrieking horror of the experience, Betty and Vicky's skin turned beet red, their eyes began to burn and tear uncontrollably, and the woman felt as though they were seeing through a misty film. Within a few days of the encounter, Vicky's vision became blurred. She'll be blind in less than a year. Little Colby, though not suffering any physical injuries, screams every night in his sleep, haunted by terrible nightmares. So these ladies weren't directly attacked by the UFO, I guess, but like within hours of the experience, I guess they got like disease from it. I don't know. Maybe they got super radiation. Maybe that's what happened. Oh dear God, I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end, Betty told the news in an exclusive interview. I need help, and so does Vicky. I look terrible, and I'm too sick to work. There must be something that can be done to help us. So, this seems like this is just like a family that's fucking dying, or something. And, yeah, they seem to have got like some kind of... I don't know, something seems to have happened to them, but... I'm gonna assume it probably wasn't the flame-belching UFO or whatever. I mean, but who knows? Maybe it was. At any rate, it's the most incredible UFO sighting reported in the U.S. in recent years. Incredible is most certainly right. That's true. Pauline Bendit's World of the Unusual. Planes vanish in New Bermuda Triangle. Oh, shit. I hope it's near, like, Rhode Island or something. Monster serpents lurk in murky American river. Okay, so we have our, I mean, not we, but America, because I'm Canadian. America has its own Loch Ness Monster. I can only hope Canada gets one soon. Girl 11 calmly saves mom with kiss of life technique. Oh, wow, the Beatles magazine. Huh. Yeah, this is old. Cop's horse quits in the middle of shift. This is such a weird selection of stories. We go from aliens to, like, a golfer fighting cancer. The Great Oscar Quiz. Oh yeah, Oscar Quiz from 1981. That's gonna be great. His special effects bring magic to the screen. Oh, John Richardson. We're talking about special effects? And then the very next page, we've got Susan Anton is sometimes jealous of short women. This is just so all over the place. Bosom Buddies is a sick show and it's a danger to our children. Oh, what's this? Anything for a laugh. How many times have we heard that one? Well, I ain't buying that time-worn excuse for sex-soaked comedy on TV anymore. Bosom Buddies, ABC's tribute to sickness and perversion, has straightened me right up. It's a proven fact that young people today idolize TV stars and try their best to be just like them. Go to any grade school and you'll hear hundreds of kids doing the Fonz's "Ayy, thumbs up" bit. Years ago, every kid on the block had his own Davy Crockett coonskin cap. Before that, it was Captain Video space helmets. What are we to expect from kids who watch Bosom Buddies? A generation of transvestites skipping down the avenue in their gay Easter bonnets? Oh boy. So I kind of forgot what Bosom Buddies was about, but wasn't that the show where fucking Tom Hanks... Isn't that the show where Tom Hanks and, like, another guy are, like, drag queens or something? Yeah, Kip and Henry, two young studs working for a New York ad agency, come home to find their apartment building destroyed. Amy, the receptionist, convinces them to move into their complex. Blah, blah, blah. They have to be ladies, I guess. And so, here's Tom Hanks in his most stunning role. His stunning and brave, truly. And apparently this is the depraved sex show that this man's upset about. So this is gonna get pretty... This is gonna get exciting. Let's go back to the thing. Remember that these are this newspaper's words and not mine. The most trusted name in news, everybody. Young people have enough trouble searching for heroes. Politicians are marching off to jail. Athletes won't play unless their salaries top $1 million. Military men are being ridiculed for being dogs of war. TV is where it's at for youth of the 80s, and we better darn well make sure that programs are suitable for impressionable minds. Culprits of bad taste are all over the tube. Bosom Buddies just happens to be the worst of the slimy lot. First of all, take the name, Bosom Buddies. You know the bosom part has nothing to do with closeness. This is a show dedicated to showing as much cleavage as possible. If the writers can't come up with a funny gag, just zero in on Donna Dixon's chest. It's a cheap camera shot, but that's what ABC is famous for. For those lucky enough to have avoided Bosom Buddies, here's the scam on this scum. Oh boy. Two guys, Kip and Henry, can't find a cheap apartment house to live in. Apartment house? So they take a room at the Susan B. Anthony Hotel. The catch is they have to dress up as women to qualify for the hotel's women-only policy. Each day, Kip and Henry put on dresses and fake out the rest of the tenants. Once they get back to work, it's back to the men's clothing. Then it's back to drag for the subway ride home. Sexy is fine by me. I like a clever, sexy comedy as much as the next fellow. But pure sex for sex's sake is too far. I was so embarrassed by one episode of the Bosom Buddies that I covered one of my dog Bosco's eyes. Oh, Bosco, no! Save Bosco from the horror. Oh boy, okay, so this show clearly is showing too much cleavage. I guess it's actually this lady who's showing too much cleavage. I guess that's some cleavage. Yeah, there's a good amount of cleavage. I'd watch this show. She's pretty hot. Now it's your turn. Loud TV ads don't sell. They are a turnoff. I mean, head-on applied directly to the forehead, honestly. Nurse charge Nurses charge doctors perform to what? To nurses charge doctors. I guess that's a term. Charge. They charge that doctors perform too many unnecessary operations. Okay. Schoolgirl 10 is the youngest pro playwright. Ah. So now we know who wrote the fucking screenplay for insert joke here. Mom, daughter reunited after 27 long years. A few big-headed stars are ruining our happy family, says WKRP actor. Lose the fat forever. Oh, boy. Doctor-relied technique. Abraham Lincoln led the battle against slavery. Uh-huh. Is this just like a catch-up on who Abraham Lincoln is? That's cool. With God, all things are possible. And I guess this is from some life study fellowship. I hope that's not a cult. Children's teeth disintegrate after swimming in town's pool. What the fuck? Natural prostate rejuvenation. What the fuck? What are you doing to your prostate? Kitty Cabaret scores a big hit using young entertainers. Ugh. Cops say they're powerless as kitty crime wave sweeps US. What? This happened? Where's the movie about this? From Dick Donovan, the man on the ground, the inside scoop on these matters. Police in cities, towns, and villages across America are desperately trying to stem a shocking new wave of murders, rapes, robberies, and thefts committed by children. And discouraged cops say they are losing the battle against the kitty crime wave because the new breed of child criminals today know that they can break the law and get away with it. The whole country was shocked when a cute little 9-year-old walked into a New York bank and pulled a stick up, Chicago police officer Jay Schroeder told the news. But it didn't shock police agencies. We've been dealing with juvenile criminals for years. Sure, it's unusual when a 9-year-old pulls a bank job, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. Under the surface, that iceberg is a mass of streetwise kids who commit murder, rape, robberies, burglary, grand theft, and auto theft. You name it, and they do it. See, violent video games didn't cause this to happen. The violent kids crime wave happened in 1981, well before games. I mean, I guess it might have been the Atari that sent them into a fucking frenzy. The super accurate graphics of like fucking. What was that one where you drop bombs on like the guy or whatever? I don't remember. It was a good one. Try to break out of a prison or something. The police say Schroeder's shocking bank holdup was committed by a 9-year-old boy, identified only as Robert, who took $118 at gunpoint from a teller in the New York Savings Bank in Manhattan. The brown-eyed, 4'5" tyke later surrendered to the FBI, saying that he was only playing a game. But Robert is only the cutest, most publicized celebrity in a new breed of criminal, kitty bandits, who are doubly dangerous to society because the law can seldom deal with them. Here are some of the pint-sized criminals who have made the headlines in recent months. The brutal murder of a wealthy and married Chicago business executive was committed by the 3 sex-hungry girls, the youngest only 13. I don't like this. The vicious murder of a New York policeman involved his 15-year-old gunman and a 15-year-old accomplice. A 13-year-old Brooklyn boy was with 32 arrests. Well, 32 arrests, was nabbed for attempted murder and later confessed to 200 felonies. Midwestern police arrested 3 boys and a girl aged 7 to 10 for the brutal beating death of an 83-year-old invalid woman. This doesn't. I'm starting to feel like Weekly World News might not be telling me the truth. I don't know. This sounds not true. The figures speak for themselves, said Bronx District Attorney Mario Marola. The kids are getting worse than the adults. There was a time when we classified juvenile crime as truancy. Now we call it murder, robbery, and rape. I don't know if we need to keep mentioning rape. I don't know. I'm not going to think too hard on the logistics of a rapist who is a child who rapes. I'm not even. We're just gonna move along from this. Simple $5 blood test will be able to detect cancer. Cancer-infested rats. Thousands across nation using Ohio man's Surefire way to get rich quick. Oh, what's going on here? We're gonna make some money, chat. You can make $100,000 in a matter of weeks or days. In some cases, money starts in hours. Here's how it works. You will receive Mr. Suarez's system in the mail, which contains everything you need to complete one of your own systems. From anywhere, such as your kitchen table, you complete the preliminary steps. This involves filling out... okay. The steps are... while you're traveling... Mr. Suarez does his individual systems in his motorhome. Oh, great info. Or from a favorite vacation spot. Right, so step 1 is do the steps. Step 2 is do the steps. Step 3, depending on the type of system you do... What the fuck are the steps? Phone in parts A and B of your system. In a matter of days or weeks, depending upon which system you do, you can receive $100,000 for each system. In some cases, over 80% of the money will be in your possession in less than a week. Your money will either be... Right. Yeah. I don't even know where the scam is in this. What was that thing that the guy said? The scam to this scum? I'm gonna start saying that. I'm gonna bring that back. Doc says you can recall the details of your own birth. In the Oasis, you can. Oh, cool. We got a fucking puzzle corner here. I love me some word searches. I'm down for that. Why don't we just stop the stream and do a fucking word search? That'd be great. My divorced boyfriend is afraid he will get burned again. Yeah, so this one keeps going on. We'll move along to a different one here. This is from, again, this is 1981. We got a lot of stuff. Exorcism, horror. A lot of it is just, like, not really that weird, though. It's like, put love back into your life with this man who looks like a rapist. Predictions. The whole headline is just predictions. You know what? We gotta see what their predictions are. We gotta see what the predictions are. About events that will make tomorrow's headlines. What do we got? Centerfold? What does that mean? Where's the predictions? Is it, like, in the center of the book, I guess? Outer space. The predictions. Here we go. Lovely Liz Taylor will split from... Okay, who cares? The hottest new group will be made up of robots. Okay. And TV's Lou Grant, Ed Asner, will heat his fans and run for office. Those are a few of the startling predictions made by 5 of the world's top psychics for the coming months. So remember, this is 1981. From Coast to Coast will share the joy of Liza Minnelli as she brings home an adopted baby and will be shocked by a TV superstar who appears nude in a magazine centerfold. Oh, scandalous. The flowering showbiz career of Suzanne Summers will take off like a rocket when she dumps her husband manager, Alan Hamill. The sexy former star of Three's Company will find love in the arms of a director who gives her a chance to prove her talent in a movie role. Yeah, Suzanne Summers, noted talented actress. Former President Jimmy Carter will narrowly escape an attack on his life by a dazed and crazed drug addict, but he'll end up in the hospital later for kidney trouble. Personality Plus performer Liza Minnelli will be all smiles, okay. Doctors in Canada or Germany. Canada or Germany, one of the two. You know, they're pretty much interchangeable. One of those far-off countries, Canada or Germany or... fucking Moria or whatever, it's fine. We'll discover an amazing cure for kidney stones. A laser beam that dissolves them instantly. Oh, nice. Epilepsy victims will be overwhelmed with joy at the discovery of a new drug that has to be taken only once a year to control their condition. A doctor whose initials are JM will announce a new procedure that replaces the need for risky spinal surgery. JM. We're getting real vague here. His initials are JM. He comes from the East. Yeah, it's fine. The ex-first lady of Alabama. Man, this is a lot of references to people nobody fucking remembers anymore. Inexpensive video discs will sweep the nation as the hottest-selling toy since electronic TV games. As a result, fewer people will go to the movies, and the industry will be forced into cutting back on multi-million-dollar extra... yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny, because this was actually kind of right up till to the end there. Yeah, I mean, inexpensive video discs, the new toy, you know, PlayStation, whatever. It replaced the old thing, the electronic TV games, and then fewer people started going to the movies, and now all the movie theaters do is show you Marvel films. So that's an interesting prediction. Astronauts aboard the next space shuttle will send back shocking reports that there is life in outer space. Top investigators will be pulled off other projects to study the phenomena, as the whole world anxiously awaits to see if the creatures plan to invade Earth. I'm glad that the psychics have no knowledge for that. They're just like, oh yeah, well, the world's waiting. That's what you're here for, guys. TV's super celeb Johnny Carson will kick off an on-the-air feud with NBC as he tries to wriggle out of his contract. With Tonight Show ratings dropping and Johnny's temper mounting, he'll stun his fans by acting like a spoiled brat on TV. Yeah, he'll bring on Arthur Fleck. It'll be great. Maker's Mark really hits the spot with the crazy. From China will come news of a series of breathtaking exercises that will relieve pain and help to prevent certain forms of cancer. Yeah, hair cancer, mostly. Hair and fingernail cancer. Lovebirds Kenny Rogers, A non-alcoholic drink made with a chemical that gives a harmless temporary high will be marketed and become an instant success. Where's the THC sodas, guys? Come on. I know they exist. Make them take off. Don't let them die as a fad like 3D TVs. Superstar Robert Redford will turn down a movie role because he refuses to appear naked in a smoldering bedroom scene. But Robin Williams, co-star of Mork and Mindy, stuns all when he reveals all in a centerfold of a popular women's magazine. Beatle widow Yoko Ono will work her way out of her depression over the death of hubby John Lennon. She'll make a movie in his honor, which will be praised around the world. Oh, yeah. Everybody loves Yoko Ono. Catherine Bach of the Dukes of Hazzard. A new rock group will hit the top 40 with one record after another and develop fans as faithful as the Beatles had, but the musicians will be robots. The Robots will go on a clever name there. Will go on national tours and fan clubs will pop up all over the country. The people will be startled to learn that the world will be startled to learn that people who have been deep frozen at death have already been supplied with new body parts, and some will soon be resurrected. Okay, see, that's a slightly bigger... I love how these range from like, oh, Liza Minnelli's gonna have a baby! Robin Williams gonna show his hoo-ha on a women's magazine. And then it's literally like, oh yeah, there's aliens and a robot band, which by the way is, I guess, just Vocaloid, so there's that. And then there's like whatever this is, ancient cyborgs buried under the ice or something. The Cleveland Indians will capture the American League or something. First Lady Nancy Reagan will survive an attempt on her life. Super actor Paul Newman will give up acting to become a full-time movie producer. He became the full-time guy on the Jars of Sauce. Oh god, don't skip me ahead. Oh, was that tits? Bizarre secret cults will plunge in popularity this fall, as fewer people are attracted to join them and many who join drop out. There's like 5 different ones on here that are just some non-specific cure for cancer. That's great. Yeah, okay, so that's the predictions issue. That's pretty cool. We might jump ahead to another year here. I touched Bigfoot. Your horoscope for 82. Another predictions for 82. Horror of the devil cults. We gotta see this. Horror of the devil cults. What page is this on? What the fuck page? It doesn't tell me what page it's on. Oh, that's bullshit. Guy likes to give away real folding cash. Cash that folds? Wow. Crazy. Oldster pedals across America. Oh, there he is. He's peddling. This is George R.R. Martin not writing the next book. Joking robber wins his freedom. I'm just joking with you. Terror at the Gates of Hell by Dick Donovan, our boy. Harry Woods died in his sleep, and then he battled Satan for his soul. This is good. This is a good one. Heart attack victim Harry Woods died quietly in his sleep and fought a horrifying battle with the devil as he was dragged down into the abyss of hell. You know, you say that, but I'm looking at this man here and I don't see horrifying battle with the devil. I'm looking at this man here and I don't see, like, a warrior to overcome Satan. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe our boy Harry Woods is just, like, really strong of will. To win the battle for his soul, Harry realized he had to cast off his sinful pride and call on the Lord to save him from eternal damnation and everlasting misery. Finally, I got the better of my pride, Harry told the news. I screamed, Jesus, Jesus! I screamed it just as loud as I could. And in an instant, I came back to life. I was saved! Mary Sue and I were sitting in the stands. Oh, what a fucking Mary Sue. I stood up to look at my watch. It was 12:40. We had 20 minutes to kick off. When I had sat down, I just pitched forward. It hit me like a bolt of lightning. And the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital room. And it was while he was in the hospital that the 61-year-old retired maintenance man was swept into the limbo of the dead and the terrifying struggle that was to change his life forever. I didn't know where I was, he said, but I knew where I was going. I was going to hell. Oh, fuck. Go back. I was terrified. There were hundreds of spirits all around me, and they were snarling and screaming with rage. I kept calling to them to help me, but they were like wild animals, gnashing their teeth and snarling. They had only time for themselves. Harry said he and the other spirits weren't in hell. They were deep in the earth, in a pit that was veiled in a grayish mist. The ground was like volcanic ash, and the trees were made of thorns. Wow, this is my favorite novel. This is my favorite part of the Harry Potter canon yet. There was one spirit standing beside me that stood out from the rest, Harry continued. It was evil. It was Satan, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he even saw this, but for all we know, this entire story could be completely a hoax. But maybe this man is the one man who's truly conquered Satan. We'll probably never know. Fisherman saved from drowning by bubbly keg of Perrier water. Hell yeah, dude. Perrier saves the day. Kids need a granny, so mom places ad for one. Oh, that's gonna end well. Yeah. Indian. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the good shit in these old magazines. It's the terribly dated stuff. Indians fight to keep zany names. Oh boy. American Indians like Carson Walks Over the Ice are waging a quiet but proud battle to keep their colorful names. My father-in-law is Thomas Bull Over the Hill, said Walks Over the Ice, a 34-year-old Crow Indian from Crow Agency, Mont. But he's known legally as Thomas Bull. The government changed his name to Bolivar Hill because it sounded like Bull Over Hill. Walks Over the Ice said Indians like Long Time Ago Bear and Runs Above want to hold on to their names. Okay, are these natives or are these Argonians? I'm not sure. This sounds very silly. Despite the confusion the strange names can cause on everything from official documents to social introductions. My father's name was Long Time Ago Bear, Walks Over the Ice said. But it was changed to Hogan because someone at the school told him it was too long. Hogan, yeah, of course. He told my father, "You are entering modern civilization." Indian tradition calls for you to live by your name, said Long Time Ago Bear, who's sorry he allowed his name to be changed to Hogan. I mean, yeah, I'd be sorry if my name was Hogan too. Younger Indians like Randy Falls Down, a high school football star, and Gary Not Afraid, a rodeo champ, are steadfastly refusing to give in to pressure to change their names. It's part of their heritage. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, that's quite an entry right there. That's quite some entry. Teen plays 300 holes of golf in a day. Wow. Blind woman beats the odds as she builds her own dream house. And it looks like shit. Couple give up on sex to get rid of ghosts. Huh. This is just like that one Seinfeld episode. Kitty goes 8 weeks without food or water in sealed shipping crate. Oh, don't try this at home. 40 today, 10 below tomorrow. The curse of the Amish. Uh-huh. This ailment, muscular dystrophy, hits members of the tiny Amish sect. Okay, so, like, again, this is weird, because this seems like it might be a real story. That, like, the Amish people have muscular dystrophy or something. Like, I could see that being real. But, yeah, I mean, it's sandwiched in there with the, you know, the crazy. A letter from Santa mailed to your child. A thrilling surprise for any child. What? Wait, hang on. Santa's not real? Hang on. Dad in waiting, Kenny Rogers tells how new baby will change his life. This is trying to be like a celebrity tabloid thing, too. Go into business with a rich relative. Build a handsome annual second income as an expert tax preparer. Look at all this fucking fine print. This looks awful. I wonder how many people got swindled by fucking charming Uncle Sam here. New American makes big bucks mixing gasoline and wonton soup. What? What the fuck? The incredible, clever Shinho Kim turned a wacky gas station gimmick into a gold mine business that's making him the Ronald McDonald of egg rolls, fried rice, and wonton soup. The incredible 37-year-old Korean immigrant who came to America 6 years ago without a penny to his name is about to open his 5th Oriental takeout restaurant. And the egg roll and fast food tycoon still mans the pumps at the tiny Dallas gas station where it all began as a gimmick to attract the motoring public. Oh, okay, so I figured he was literally combining the gasoline with the wonton soup. Yeah, see, this is a very misleading headline. I can't believe it, Weekly World News. I expected better of you. Steel-nerved Prince Andy. Oh, it's Burger Andy. Saves sailor in Daling helicopter rescue. Happy couple. Messy Herv. Finger-pointing Herv Villachais of Fantasy Island gets an assist from wife Camille in decorating a wall. Wow, I'm glad that this got... I'm really glad that this got, like... Oh, I guess because he's like a midget? Okay. Yeah, I guess. Rape, robbery, and murder. Okay. Well, yeah. This is such a wild fucking, like, newspaper or whatever you want to call it, tabloid, because it, like, jumps around from, like, aliens to some fucking volcanic eruption somewhere to, like, cures for cancer to Dapper O'Toole to this little midget guy and his wife. And now there's just rape, robbery, and murder. What's going on here? What is this? Not very pleasant words, are they? Yet according to a recently published FBI report, rapes occur every 8 minutes in America, robberies every 78 seconds, and murder every 27 minutes. The above figures are from the 1977 FBI crime reports. How can we, as responsible citizens, protect ourselves and still remain within the law? Well, thanks to modern technology and the rise of the space age, we now have the power. The Guardian, a harmless-looking flashlight that, when called upon, can render your attacker helpless for up to 30 minutes. Your attacker will receive the shock of his life. Okay, so this is just like a stealthy stun gun. And we got like a Knight Rider pen that writes, like, glow-in-the-dark ink, I guess? Okay. The Q Bell, a security device you and your customer can't do without. A completely reliable security device that warns you every time your door is opened. Oh, okay. Don't be a loser! You heard it here first. Finest pen watches in the world. Man, the pen watch market really stopped somewhere along the line, didn't it? We got more rape, robbery, and murder. Is this the same thing? Oh no, this is a different thing. This is the Watchman. Why is this a slightly different... Why is this a slightly different stun gun? What's different about that from this one? A harmless-looking flashlight, the Guardian, that when called upon, blah blah blah. Harmless-looking flashlight that when called upon, the number 7, can render your attacker helpless. Was this supposed to be here? Okay. The 32 words that helped Mel Tillis beat his handicap. Ah, good for you. Countdown to a younger-looking complexion. Zany buildings are company's trademarks. It's like those zany Indians, yeah. Weight loss. A boy 9 who's slowly dying of old age. Rest in peace. Simple test proves the Turin shroud's no fake. Yeah, okay. Unique employment agency finds bored workers some wacky jobs. I like all the uses of the words zany and wacky. Super Sleuth says some heirs refuse their big inheritances. Yeah, I mean, I suppose statistically that's possible. So what? Where is the horror of the devil cults? I feel like we skipped past it. That's fine. It's okay. We'll move on to another one here. Let's do 1990 in Weekly World News. What do we got for 1990? 48-hour diet melts flab away, but what's this little man? World's oldest little boy has body of a 110-year-old man. Oh, is this the same kid from before? I mean, he had the body of a 7-year-old before, so I guess he aged up quite a bit. Dying planet sends Christmas message to Earth. Baboon boy! Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, you can't do me like this, Weekly World News. Come on. With the baboon boy. Oh boy, dying planet, safari horror. A brave man mows down lions that were eating her our brave mom, okay. Drunk soldiers trade $2 million tank for booze. It's party time! Speaking of drunk. Too much love kills worlds. What? Okay, well, we're on from that. Wacky animal lovers' dying wish. Feed me to the dogs. And they did! Man gives AIDS to 11 women! I love the exclamation mark at the end of that, you know? You got a headline like man gives AIDS to 11 women. You really gotta slap an exclamation on that so that we all, you know, can really appreciate that one. Take a look at chat real quick. Hang on. Bourbon gang. Oh, this was 80s, not 60s. No, this is the 90s now. AIDS to 11 women. Tiny spider bite costs man 750 grand. Damn. Respected doc pays students to make love to his wife. I remember that episode of Shameless. Yeah. World leaders. The song America sang 44 happy hits. Oh, someone in chat's being a cool customer again and saying, Mike can afford it. Maybe you weren't here yesterday, but yes, I can indeed afford it, which is why I bought this mic 5 months ago, and it's a piece of shit despite being the standard Blue Yeti that everybody uses. Yeah, let me just keep buying mics until one of them works. That's a good idea. Thank you for your input, chat member. Dad sells 1-year-old son for 10 grand so he can get a nose job. Don't let winter blahs get you down, says Doc. Kiss your fat goodbye for I'm glad that the eternal constant of Weekly World News is fucking weight loss scams. Hanged husband haunts widow. Roseanne Bear. Plump star is raring to show all. Roly-poly Roseanne Barr. Oh boy, sent the entire civilized world into shock by dropping her drawers before thousands of World Series fans. Now broad-rumped Rosie is dying to show the world she's no flash in the pan by appearing on the silver screen. Naked as a jaybird. Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad we've all missed that one. Christmas just wouldn't be the same. Man gives wife necklace every year, made from his own toenails. You know, this is the good shit. Pride! Jerry Clark lovingly assembles his wife's Christmas gift. I'm sure his wife is very happy with this, yes. Surprise fire drill kills woman. Foot pain is no laughing matter. I mean, it can be. Anything. You can laugh about anything. Sicko toe sucker nailed by police after foot chase. Oh my god. Speaking of foot pain, the women in Joliet, Illinois are breathing easier these days now that the cops say they've nabbed the weirdo who has been attacking pretty gals and ripping off their shoes to suck their toes. The toe-sucking terrorist has had women cowering in their homes for months, afraid to go out on the streets for fear that they'd meet up with the low-down louse. But with the arrest of the 22-year-old Jeffrey Harris, police are assuring them that the foot felonies are a thing of the past. People are really scared around here, said Marks Gibson, city editor of the local paper. The toe sucker was on the prowl for almost a year, and during that time there was a report of an incident almost every day. So why didn't you people fucking catch him in that time? It was pretty violent. He knocked one woman right out of her shoes. He put this town in a state of fear, and they're very relieved he's in police custody. The heartless heel went on his sicko Tootsie Roll last December and kept up a steady stream of assaults on women over the year. He also burglarized homes, according to police, and in several incidents threatened folks with guns. He threw one woman to the ground as she walked to work last month and tried to take off her shoes, but he was frightened away, said Joliet Police Captain James Grace. He'll suck women's toes and run off with the shoes. The victims are upset. They're very fearful of this guy, and we're concerned too because he even shot at one person. Harris was... Yeah, I would say that's concerning. I would say that it's slightly concerning that this man shot at someone, yes. Harris was arrested. He's been charged with 8 offenses, including burglary, blah, blah, blah. Several toe-sucking victims viewed a lineup and picked Harris out as their assailant, Captain Grace said. The man is being held in county jail on a $150,000 bond. Yeah. Gold bond, foot powder, that is. Little kid playing the harp. Got 6 weeks free! Baby's a living memorial to mom's courage. A love story that'll break your heart. The world before. Did God always exist? Revealed. The divine creation of the earth. Oh, guys, it's spirit science. Get a load of this fucking guy. Get a load of this fucking guy. Oh, boy. Archaeologists working with a group of laboratory test and clairvoyants near the Great Pyramid have made a series of amazing discoveries proving that the Great Pyramid was constructed with the assistance of the High Priests of Atlantis. These wizards were masters of the mystical arts, and there is now sufficient evidence that their extraordinary powers, including those of levitation, invisibility, and faster-than-light travel, were originally presented to them by the Old Ones, who came down out of the heavens at the very dawn of humankind. Based upon inscriptions found in previously sealed tombs, these archaeologists proclaim that a great new age will sweep the planet, to be perfectly timed with the rising of the lost continent and the re-emergence of the overlords of Atlantis, who are returning to this dimension at this key pivotal point in our world's history in order to shape the future destiny of mankind. The mystery of the Sargasso Sea. What is behind the mysterious ocean collisions with unidentified underwater objects? Where have all our vanished seamen gone? Who keeps swallowing all our seamen, chat? Does the remains of Atlantis exist inside the Bermuda Triangle? What is swallowing up our tugboats, yachts, and airplanes? Oh, damn. Who are the unknown aquanauts? The aquanauts swallowing our aquanuts. In the beginning, man and the earth. We got a death ray? What? What the fuck? What the fuck? We just... Okay. Did an Atlantean crystal power Noah's Ark? Did a death ray once exist that was more powerful than the A-bomb? Who really built the Great Pyramid? All these answers and more will not be answered here, because none of this... I love how this just posits all these random questions with no basis. It's just like, yeah, man, I don't know. Was Skeletor actually real? Was He-Man all just actually happening over in, like, Granada or something? Yeah. Giant horoscope. The giant horror scope. Dying Christmas. Shocking proof of life after death. When I died, a voice asked if I was ready, and I said no and was sent back. Oh, I didn't know it was that simple. If only it was that simple for the guy in Soul. Like, that would have made that movie so much easier. Also, I guess this guy looks like a Star Trek character. That's just unrelated to that. We was robbed, says baffled cops. We was robbed! Fed up kid tries to fry nagging parents. 6 biggest cities. Man, I just love looking at the headlines. They're great. Double Trouble twins. Oh, that's sad. Dr. Ruth wants a hunk. Paul McCartney tries to cover up his double chin. Murphy film. Cute and cuddly. Another secret message to Earth. Uh-huh. I'm kind of looking for the monkey boy or whatever it was. Oh, is this... Okay, so an old granny snored so loud that the whole block is suing her. Imagine that. Imagine if... You know what? I bet of all these stories, this is the one that's real. And look at this uptight bitch, Sandra Davies. You know, if this is a real person, I bet she would try to sue someone for snoring too loud. That sounds legit. Career opportunities, a horoscope, a Christmas card. Man hugs pregnant wife and kills their baby. Why couldn't I be the one to die, says hubby. Damn, that one's dark. I don't like that one. Waiting game. Felix the cat. You can't say that. Police chief's drug arrests shock city. Here we go. Here's some horrible shit that's gonna get my channel banned. Reminder that this is just this is just a magazine that was sold in supermarkets 40 years ago. Or I guess this one was 30 years ago. But anyways, jungle child can't make it with humans, admits docs. Baboon boy on display in zoo. A boy who was raised by baboons in the wild did not respond to therapy and has been placed in a zoo. Decision to put the child in a cage in Kampala, Uganda saddened doctors who tried to rehabilitate him after his capture by hunters in the Ugandan bush last spring. But they agreed that he is better off there than back in the world, where he would get neither medical attention nor adequate nutrition. Wasn't an easy decision to make, but we really didn't have a choice, Dr. Christopher Collar. Right. The baboon boy named Bobby made international headlines after his capture in last April. As reported in the Time, doctors placed him in an orphanage in the hopes that he would learn to behave like a human. Yeah, that's what I do with people who misbehave in my Discord server. I put them in the gay baby jail in hopes that they can learn to behave like a human. And they never do. Instead, he seemed to get wilder by the day. He tore curtains off the walls and refused to eat anything but roots, grasses, and bananas. He eventually stopped eating altogether, leading doctors to believe that he would starve to death if he continued to live with men. Alright, well, I mean, hey, I guess this isn't as bad as it looked like it was. It really is just a kid from the jungle who... unfortunate name. I don't know how I feel about this whole imagery right now, but if you actually look at it, I guess it's not that bad. Countess goes on spree of wild sex parties. Oh, damn. Damn. Invite me to one of those. Burn him! Oh. Oh, this guy apparently burned his son alive? Yeah, okay, yeah, burn him. That's a good idea. They should burn him alive. That's cool. So here's young George Lucas, marrying his elderly wife. Granny robs the cradle. We got some more ads for Jesus here. I love the concept of an advertisement selling you Jesus. That's great. Get Visa, MasterCard, no credit, bad credit, low income, are not a problem. Rudolph saved us from the poorhouse. All right, we're gonna move on to another issue here, and then maybe we'll wrap it up in a little bit. This is 1990s still. Space alien escapes. Nice. Let's try this one. Actually, you know what? Hang on just a second. I have to see which issue is the original Batboy issue. Weekly World News, Batboy, first issue. Batboy character. He debuted as a cover story on June 23rd, 1992. Wait, 1992, okay. June... here he is! Here he is! Okay, guys, this is a classic. This is one of the most well-known classic cover arts of Weekly World News. This has gone on to be parodied. I mean, this became like a famous character in Weekly World News. They continued reporting on him over the years. But yeah, this is the Batboy, and this is the first occurrence of the Batboy. Let me show you this here. Also, I can spy out of the corner of my eye that the very first article in this newspaper after the Batboy cover, the very first article is some crazy shit that is complete tonal shift, but we'll get into that.
Be thankful I don't take it all.
First photo of 2-foot-tall creature. Bat child found in cave! Now this picture was like parodied by Gravity Falls. It showed up at one point. Apparently there's like Weekly World News comics that were made about this little guy. So this Bat child became pretty well known. And this is the classic cover of it. Boy captured by explorers 2 miles underground. His giant eyes see in the dark, and his ears are better than radar, says scientists. So yeah, you buy this cool tabloid about Bat child found in cave, and the first thing you open the page to, girl 6 raped by 2 7-year-old boys, say cops. I don't know why this is considered like a funny haha story that fits in well with the Great Balls of Wire and the Batboy, but okay. We're gonna just move along from that. Surprise party kills heart patient. Oh no. I'm glad that we got like images of the process here. Photos taken as tragedy unfolds. World's laziest man still flat on his back. Oh, there he is. It's me. Sacked out for 60 years. Yeah, dude. Bedridden, Johnny Richardson hasn't even sat up since 1942. Fuck yeah, dude. That is the shit. That is the life. He went to bed in 1932 and hasn't got up yet. Goddamn, dude. That is... If I had all the money in the world and I could just have like a dumbwaiter or whatever deliver all my food to me, and then I could also have one of those tiny elevators that I could put food in from the kitchen up, like that would be really cool. And honestly, I would never get out of bed. But also, booze gives you better memory, chat, so... Throw back some more 45% there. The winner! Readers want stamp with today's Elvis. The currently alive Elvis, yes. That's what people want. I gotcha. Here come the judge. Wacko who gave Jailbird a shampoo booted off the bench. A shampoo, just one. Earn lots of money without risking a cent. When have I heard this before? Jeez, what's the deets on this one? If you're interested in making money, read this. Imagine doing business without any previous experience, without risking your own money. A business you can carry around in your hand or bag. Right, yeah, sounds incredible, but it isn't. Just fill out and send us the coupon attached below, and in 2 weeks you will start making money. Of course, yes. Joyaplast is the most prestigious company of its kind in Mexico. The most prestigious scam pyramid scheme in Mexico. Nice. Named Joyaplast. What a terrible fucking name. Over the past 30 years, it has produced the most amazing variety of costume jewelry, most attractive, economical, and above all, the easiest to sell. There are more than 700 models of rings, bracelets, and earrings. Okay, so this really is like an MLM thing where it's like, buy our shitty, useless, like, dollar store fucking glass jewelry and convince your fucking 4-year-old relatives to give you their piggy bank savings in exchange for it. That's cool. Yeah. Wonderful. Gaziani Go Suits. Doctor shortage sending sick folks to veterinarians. CIA alien connection exposed! Oh, this is the shit, my man! The following books contain dramatic details concerning the US government's attempt to keep hidden from the public the greatest truth of all time, the fact that interplanetary visitors have arrived upon our cosmic shores. 8 US presidents have been aware of the facts. It has been said that John F. Kennedy was assassinated because he was about to reveal the existence of a super-intelligence group known as MJ-12, who have had in their possession since the late 1940s wreckage of spacecraft as well as bodies of small, gray-colored extraterrestrials. Warning, read these books at your own risk. And we got a bunch of fucking books here. What are these? What are all of these? Commander X? Is this a thing? Oh, I want to read these books, dude. I want to read the complete bibliography of Commander X. Look at this fucking fake picture. Holy shit, this looks bad. This guy looks like a fucking Fisher-Price person. These helicopters are like painted on. That is great. I love it so much. I went to heaven and won $50 at bingo. Oh, awesome. Sex change shocker. It's incredible but true. Well, what is this? It's incredible but true. 64% of American women believe men to be the superior sex and say they would change their own sex if they could. Oh, how the times have changed. Debts worrying you? Bosom Beauty. You know, 10 years ago we were complaining about Bosom Buddies being too lewd and lascivious, but here's Bosom Beauty for estrogenic hormones. Hitler had a secret crush on Marlene Dietrich. Donald Trump says Katarina Witt is a dog. That's cool. Donald Trump trashed Ice Queen Katarina Witt, claiming she spread false rumors that he, the Donald, desperately wanted to date her. Katarina Witt is wonderful looking while on the ice, but up close and personal, she could only be attracted if you like a woman with a bad complexion who's built like a linebacker, Trump said. The abominable businessman suspects Witt is spinning bogus gossip to further her own faltering skating career. I mean, at least this is the only true story probably in this book. In this, whatever you call it. Newspaper, tabloid, magazine. Laura Dern can't get enough men. Wild thing, Laura Dern has a yen for men. The Rambling Rose star can't get enough of them. Oh, I love men. I really love them, confesses Laura. I want to believe in the idea of one true love. Several ones. All these ones, so little time. So Laura Dern's getting busy with a lot of men in her pants. Sherilyn Fenn to star in the sickest movie of all time. First Madonna got cold feet, then Kim Basinger bailed out of the movie. Now Twin Peaks' Sherilyn Fenn is set to play the lead in Boxing Helena. Once you get the gist of the story, the early exits make sense. There's this surgeon obsessed with Helena, and after rescuing her from a car crash, he amputates her mangled limbs and keeps her in a box. Damn. That sounds like an interesting film, actually. I have to look into that. Wow. what a bizarre fucking concept. Dustin Hoffman saved Twiggy's life. Uh-huh. Who the fuck is... Man... Even I don't remember who some of these people are, and I know a bunch of weird old people shit. Old people references for no reason. Dial R for robbery. Chinese diners catch rabies from... Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's another one. Here's more. I wonder if this is where this, like, this stereotype started. I wonder if it literally came from this issue of Weekly World News. Who knows? Maybe it was another issue. I don't know. Beijing. Worried health authorities are combating an outbreak of rabies among humans by issuing a warning against eating dogs. It is estimated, once again, Chad, I'd like to say that this is the words of this tabloid. And, obviously not endorsed by your boy, but, many of these... It is estimated that millions of gourmets in this Chinese city feast on plump puppies 2 or 3 times a year. Many of these dogs are not government inspected, and a high percentage of them harbor the rabies virus, said Dr. Wu Ching Mao. Dr. Fake Person. Only government-inspected dog meat should be eaten, warned food quality expert Dr. Wu Ching Mao. So, again, if you're not familiar, there is a stereotype of Chinese people eating dogs, and I'm just wondering if maybe this is where it came from. I don't know. Your pet's name reveals your personality. Get the power of wealth with the golden mask of Tutankhamun. Famous TV families destroying America. Oh wait, what's happening? Is this the same fucking guy who went off about the tits in the other show? Damn. It's the same guy. My America by Ed Anger. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. And I'm talking about all the un-American liberal garbage they're passing off as family TV shows these days. Vice Pres Quayle isn't the smartest guy in the world, but he had it right when he called that Murphy Brown show downright sinful. That was after the main character on the show decided to have a baby with no intention of getting married, for crying out loud. The Vice Pres said it was this kind of women's lib crapola that made sponging off welfare America's biggest growth industry. And he's dead on target, by gum. Guys, by gum. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen somebody actually put a by gum in print. Gals who have babies and don't get hitched on rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell. Men are still the big breadwinners in this country, and everybody knows it. And these other TV shows that spend so much time trashing the American family ought to be given the heave-ho too. I'm talking about slop like Married with Children, with that no-good father figure Al Bundy, and The Simpsons with Bart's wimpy dad Homer, who lets his bratty kid and nagging wife make his life miserable. Yeah, if only he choked Bart in every episode. Oh wait, he did that. Yeah, I don't know what you're going off about, but, and that sleazy Full House where 3 prissy men are raising a family. That, folks, is just plain sickening. But whatever happened to those great American families like the Nelsons on the Ozzie and Harriet show? Ozzie was the solid rock dad, and Harriet was the old-fashioned housewife who cooked and sewed and minded the kids, David and little Ricky Ricardo. Let's face it, every family in America ought to be like the Cleaver family we all love so much on Leave It to Beaver. June Cleaver didn't dump wood and try to raise the Beeve and Wally and Eddie Haskell all by herself now, did she? If she had, the Beaver would have been in a street gang. Wally would have ended up a drug addict, Eddie Haskell would have become a looter, and Lumpy would have been a gay hooker. And what about... Wow, this just keeps going on. What about Robert Young and Father Knows Best and that late great mom Donna Reed and June Lockhart who raised Timmy and Lassie and Dennis the Menace's mom and dad? Every one of these great American families had a mom and a dad, and that's why there wasn't all this crime and welfare during the golden age of television. Okay, let's be real here. Most of those shows aired during a time when there was like mass fucking serial killers and like crazy cults and shit cropping up all across America. Like, I don't know how many of those came from the 70s. Probably not that many. Probably most of them came from like the 50s and the 60s. You know, the old Leave It to Beaver days. I do know some of those and when they came from. But yeah, I mean, back at least in the 70s, you had like fucking serial killers every week, constantly. So it's like, I don't know if we really want to say... Remember 10 years ago, Ed Anger, when we were talking about the kitty crime wave? But also a man uses rock music to scare off skunks. Man, I really like Ed Anger and his bullshit. I want to read more just from him. He's great. he is truly... I know I've used this comparison before, but I say it completely honestly. The Ed Anger rants read like a fucking GTA talk radio person just going off about, you know, Laszlo, I'll tell you what's destroying America. Anyone can destroy a satellite from his own backyard. How to make more money once you've taken an ICS course. Hubby sells cheating wife for $60. Nice. Hero Gi. Oh, G-I. Okay. Can't swim a stroke, but he saves drowning boy. Well, I'm glad he didn't have a stroke while he was trying to do that. It's weird that there are these, like, these stories that are just, like, a legit story of, like, something that happened. And then it's surrounded by fucking psychic power. I made it all up! AIDS victim who lectured at schools admits she lied. Oh boy. Oh boy. People were impressed when courageous Kelly Junk publicly admitted she had the AIDS virus and spent a year visiting schools to describe her tragic experiences with the disease. But admiration for the Avon Con woman, Connecticut, I guess, woman evaporated in an instant when Kelly said she lied about her treatment and admitted she might not have had the disease at all. Right, okay. Is this like some super subtle AIDS isn't real propaganda too? Like, I don't know how deep it goes with Weekly World News, honestly. The great thing about it is that some of it, like, there's obviously like an air of like, you know, this is a little bit made up, but it's also like, I don't know, there's some level of it too where it's like, some of this stuff is things that these people seem to actually believe to an extent. Blood-sucking bill collectors. Can we get to the... Oh boy, we got a He-Man dad lived 20 years as a woman. Oh boy. More stuff that aged well. More stuff that chat's gonna love. She divorced after joking wife drives hubby bonkers. I just want to get to the fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is a real thing, isn't it? Yeah, this is a thing from Burma. I don't know if they're trying... Do they really do this? I know that in fucking Star Wars there's someone with one of these neck things. Jesus Christ, this is like those people... This is like when they did the concubine thing where they tried to like shove your fucking feet into those tiny shoes that didn't fit. And a bunch of Chinese women for years just had, like, fucked up, malformed feet because that was just, like, the custom. Son's violent death shatters Carson. Where is the Batboy? Mom weds the monster who killed her baby. Now she's gonna have his child. I mean, I believe it. That's how degenerate and scummy America has gotten, people. Your host, Ed Anger, here. Few marry their teenage sweethearts. And most of those teenage sweethearts wind up cheating at some point. Giant horoscope. There she is. There she is. It's Donnie Brown, the giant horoscope. Amazing psychic predictions. Weirdo pays gals to pour syrup on his head. Cops say. I feel like the cops say really adds to this one. Somewhere out there on the street is a bona fide card-carrying weirdo with a pocket full of money who pays unsuspecting women to do such bizarre things. Well, I think they are suspecting if he pays them. Tie him up, stick a raw onion in his mouth and pour maple syrup on his head. Let him clean their apartment dressed as a French maid with painted toenails. Use him as a footstool before tying him up and stashing him in a closet. Handcuff him to a toilet in the women's restroom. All of the above. What do you mean all of the above? This isn't a multiple choice. You're telling me bizarre things such as, and then you give me an all of the above? I would assume that those are all included as well. Yes, what were they all just done twice? He actually did all these things and probably a whole lot more that we haven't heard about yet. How to tell if you've been kidnapped by a space alien. Awaking, paralyzed, sensing a strange presence, discovering an hour or more of missing time, seeing unusual lights or balls of light in a room, discovering scars in your body without remembering how they got there. That happens to me all the time, dude. The awaking paralyzed thing is literally just sleep paralysis, though. It's not really like an alien thing, but, you know, far be it from me. I'm just a skeptic, obviously. But yeah. The sicko out there putting onions in his mouth and whatnot, convicted of charges involving his strange behavior. Well, wait a second. Why was he convicted? Disorderly conduct? I mean, is it really disorderly to, you know, commit like a legal transaction? There's not even any sex involved. It's just using him as a footstool. That's weird. Don't put our sicko boy in jail as long as he's just doing his thing, you know, consensually, paying the ladies, not being like that toe-sucking savage before. I mean, there's many ways that this could go, you know? Discover your future now. Take a look into your destiny. I'll shit in the upper... I'll give your toilet an upper decker. That's what I was gonna say. Where is Batboy? Where the fuck is Batboy? I don't want the face on Mars. Willie Nelson? Oh, if it was his face on Mars, that would be something. Man's brain smokes when he thinks. This is what it looks like when I'm streaming anything. This is what it looks like when I'm streaming about Ready Player One. You can see me, just smoke rising from my fucking ears. Why superstitions are good for you. I had a superstition about those foreigners down by the docks. And they're good. That was a good superstition for me. I retired early, then made $27,000 part-time in a business. Oh my god, there's so many scams in this. I don't know how commonplace it was to just like totally scam people in fucking magazines or whatever back in the day, but this is like one in every, oh shit. There's like one in every single page, it seems. Or every single issue, there's at least a couple. Barefoot Farmer 87 has never worn shoes. This doesn't even seem like much of a story, honestly. It's like, okay, he's 87 and he's a farmer. They probably shoes haven't even arrived in his part of the woods yet. Are you destined for true love? Maybe. Elvis cures teens brain cancer. Of course he did. Psychic child did amazing things. Oh, and you too can, oh my god. You know, this is the worst one. This is one of the worst ones so far. Psychic child did amazing things, and it's set up like it's another one of these stupid news stories. It looks like another stupid news article, but then at the end it turns into a fucking like ad by the end. $2.95 a minute. You must be 18 or over. Entertainment only. Why must you be 18 or over if the child is a psychic? I mean, if the psychic is a child, rather. That was the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Tarot. Where the fuck is Batboy, dude? Did I just pass Batboy? Doctor gives patients a bachelor's degree in just 3 hours. While they snooze! Oh man. This is just like that shit that Spirit Science was talking about like learning everything in 5 minutes, like in the Matrix. The silver dollar escaped government meltdown. Be a slob for a day, it's good for you. That's right. Home remedies that really work. Snoring. If you're fat, lose weight. Great. Ulcer. Different foods cause ulcer flare-up. Right, okay. Heartburn. Yeah, I mean, most of these seem like pretty reasonable. Here he is! It's the Batboy! We found him! Creature has huge eyes that can see in the... I'm assuming this is like a double-page spread. Batboy found! First photo! And, I don't know, I'm a little bit confused by this because, I mean... So, I mean, obviously it's fake, but like, this is just a bat. Are we supposed to assume this is part of him, or like... Why is this just a bat? Like, you'd think that this would be a side view of the Batboy or something. Cave 2 miles underground, where explorers captured the amazing child. So, has huge eyes that can see in the dark and big ears that work like radar in West Virginia cave. He was found. Bizarre Batboy left, stands 2 feet tall and weighs a mere 19 pounds. There may be thousands more just like him, say scientists. John Scientists. Bill Creighton, special correspondent. Scientists claim to have found an astonishing Batboy in a West Virginia cave. The strange creature has enormous amber eyes that enable him to see in the dark, and oversized ears that work like radar. Even stranger, Dr. Ron Dillon says the boy communicates with high-pitched squeaks and squeals, and refuses to eat anything but flying insects that he catches himself. See, this is basically the baboon boy, but just way better. Slightly less racist, more interesting. You got the fun, iconic Photoshop here. This is just the baboon boy, but better. I hardly know what to make of it, said the zoologist. The boy appears to be human, but he's unlike any other human I've ever seen. His eyes are twice as big as they should be, and his ears are like satellite dishes. This boy clearly belongs to a race of people who live miles beneath the Earth's surface, and it is my guess that they evolved bat-like features and abilities to enable them to survive in total darkness. Unrelated to all this, random momentary bong hit. Liking this background jazz fusion that's been going on. It's really been fitting with the themes of the stream. And that's really it. It's just like a one-page thing with the Batboy. But they do come back to the Batboy, from what I understand. They return to him many times. And I think that'll do it for this one book. I keep calling them books. I guess they're newspapers. I don't know. I'd like to read one from 2005 now. One of the final entries. One of the last. You know, we read the very beginning. We read somewhere in the middle. Now we're gonna look at 2005, 2007-ish, around when they were winding down. And you know, we can see the time-honored tradition has been time-honored, as it were. The 10 ugliest people. Banned! Faces so shocking we can't put them on the cover. A 100-year-old woman is pregnant, and the father is 91! Adam and Ed, gay couple, were first humans. This one seems pretty familiar. I feel like I remember that one. Osama is dead. Secret CIA photo shows terrorist on a slab. Space art crashes in Utah. It's great how this conspiracy theories changed immediately from, nah, dude, Osama's been dead this whole time. And then the moment he was announced as dead, it was, nah, dude, they never killed him. Osama's still alive. Come on. Everybody knows this. Come on, look at the proof. Two-headed space alien shot by farmer. Bigfoot saves baby from flaming camper. A talking cat. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. Look at this. Look at this boy. Alien arrested. Look at this little baby alien boy. This is someone's new avatar. Go for it, honestly. Weekly World News, America's Extreme Magazine. Famous people in hell. I almost used this cover actually before as the thumbnail for the stream, but I decided to go for Bigfoot versus aliens instead. Chimp is chef at 5-star French restaurant. There he is when the imposter is sus. UFO gets shine at car wash. Oh, okay. Not where I was expecting that to go. Genius plant writes book on computer. Okay. Genius plant writes book on computer. Jesus Christ. Whiskered wonder, talking cat. Bigfoot's big rescue shows big heart. Thrills CIA. Burgess bounded from... Huh. Bush caught in pot scandal. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. Photo of 60s W shows he once wanted to make peace, not war. Chat. Chat. Sometimes you just gotta stop and, like, appreciate the kino of it, honestly. Just, like... It's some nice, like, jazz in the background. Horribly photoshopped George Bush smoking pot. That's what life's all about, honestly. Tongue wrestle this ugly gal national team. What the fuck? Oh, because these are all, like, double page spreads or whatever. She's fat, she's ugly, she doesn't take baths, and her gum disease is so bad she has... Okay, Invisible GIs headed to war. Lesbian mom wants to give baby boy sex change. Well, this isn't even a tabloid entry anymore. This is just the news nowadays. 300-pound woman wins Britney Spears look-alike. Well, maybe Britney Spears now, sure. Ed Anger is back! Ed Anger is stuck around for the entirety of this terrible magazine. I love him! The Extreme Opinion by Ed Anger. As Congress launches probe into performance-enhancing drugs, Ed says, let the stupid ball players use all the steroids they want. They drop dead chasing some records, so be it. I'm madder than an outfielder with nowhere to spit his chewing tobacco at how these grandstanding Washington politicians have been holding hearings on steroid use by professional athletes. I'll never understand... What? The Bambino... What? Yeah, I know this is, again, this is like a joke opinion, obviously. It's, like, played up, but, like... the term Negro League pitcher. That's cool. Yeah. I don't get it, though. I mean, I feel like most people who, like, watch sports would generally be of the opinion that, you know, like, cheating is bad? Maybe this guy's just not into the sports ball. Maybe he's one of those guys. Burials are out. Shrunken heads. Of course, yes. When I die, someone shrink my head. Dumb driver banned from driving for the 71st time. Dope of the week. Again, this is just your average guy in Florida, honestly. Bowled over. These two purring pussies have actually gotten used to snuggling up inside fish bowls. Aw. Usually they each sleep in their own. But this time Tony seems to want a little company and tries to squash in with his already snoozing pal Mimi. Room for two? That's vile degeneracy. So now we've got, like, comics about Batboy. I didn't know there were, like, comics in Weekly World News about Batboy. I knew that there was, like, IDW comics made about Weekly World News, which is pretty weird. But apparently there's, like, little comic strips in here. Which, I see discussion of Kuwait and, like, Fox News and mixed species marriage. So I don't know. This kind of looks like one of those comics by that guy. What's his name? He's the guy who did the original Sickos comic. The one who, like, Kelly or whatever, he's got the little man in the corner who makes the stupid comment about his thing. I love that guy. Here's the baby. Alien arrested in paternity suit. Baby Ethan wasn't just blessed with his father's strange looks. He has some of his supernatural powers as well. I love this baby human hybrid. They literally just, like, photo meshed. They, like, Photoshop meshed a fucking, like, baby head with an alien head, and here we are. That is incredible. The baby alien seems to like our meatloaf and garlic mashed potatoes. Oh, that's nice. Genius plant writes book on a computer. Next, I'll work on a sequel to Roots. Judge orders man to be gay? The guy caused a public disturbance at a gay pride parade. Casper Morris ruled that he must be a homosexual for 3 years. Oh my god. And I don't just mean the leather chaps and music that and around-the-clock disco music, Judge Morris ruled. I mean lots of catching and receiving, if you get my drift. Judge Morris handed down the unusual sentence, saying, "The best rehabilitation for hate crimes is to make the offender walk in their victim's shoes, or in this case, crotchless underwear." Rogers was arrested at San Francisco's gay pride parade, holding up a banner that read, "Straight is better." I wasn't cursing at gays or throwing things at them, Rogers says. I was just expressing my opinion. Whatever happened to free speech? Wow, it's those guys from chat last night. Wow. But Judge Morris ruled, a banner that tells gays they're not as good as straights, especially on Gay Pride Day, disparages homosexuals, damages their self-esteem, and is icky. It's icky, chat. Okay, I think we're gonna end the weekly world news on it's icky. I like that.